Hi everyone, it's Caroline. I have been asked by a lovely person, Christine, to demonstrate how I do my little cutout flowers. I believe that Christine was referring to these. These are just watercolor, very free flow flowers. I'll just do some painting here, and all I've been using is my dollar store watercolor. So, and I have a couple of different pieces of paper here, different style, different texture. This one I've done some gesso. No, this is not gesso, sorry. This is paint scraping with white paint. I'll show you on here. I'll do that one first. So all I do, I'll keep a cloth handy just to dab off. Let me see here. We're running out of colors. I'll do some orange. We're running out, but this goes a long way. You think you're almost done, and then it still gives you more. So, I mean, all I do is the big thing is letting it dry. Maybe bigger. This one is just literally straight strokes into the center. The other way I do it is, and I will do a blue one. Let's do blue. Play with the consistency also. Sometimes if you want it really, really runny, you know. So the other way that I did it was, I'll just go over here. I literally, and this brush is not the best because it's big chunky plastic bristles. All I'm doing here is doing a squiggle, like just making a motion for a petal. This is going to be a bigger one, kind of in here. I'll go over here. I am not an artist. I've done toll painting through the years. I've always liked to do at the kitchen table. I never took art at school. I kind of wish I did, but I thought you had to be an artist to take art, so that's why I didn't do it. No one told us anything different. So here we are. Here's a flower. I'm going to change brushes. I'm going to use this brush. And I think I'll dip into the red. Let's do red. We'll do it all on the same page, let that dry, and then I'll do a couple on the other ones. And this one here, I'll just do some, let's do a long one. You know, there is no, these are fantasy flowers, whimsical. I'm going to use my receipt. We'll see what happens here. This is going to get, this is very, very thin paper. As you know, it's receipt paper, thermal paper. But let's try it. I'll do purple. With the writing in the background. I like the print in the background. I'll do one of these styles. Just a wavy flower. It's afterwards when we use the pen. Then you can really shape it into what you want. Like this does not look like anything. Absolutely nothing. But wait till after. That's my interpretation. So there we are. I can do that one. I'm going to continue down here. And I will use let's do some yellow, which it's kind of muddy because other colors have flown into it. It's the end of its life, I believe. And I think I'll do one of these. It'll be a bottom, sort of a fanned out flower, a fan flower. It's more of a olive color or something. I'm going to add a little bit of, this is where my my paints get a little bit muddy. Okay, so that looks like nothing also. And that's how I looked at my flowers when I made them. And I'll do something down here on this, down on this end. We'll just use the whole thing. I'll do some leaves, some green leaves. Let's do a little spear thingy on the book page. So we'll go blue again. I like the blue flowers, they're fun. It's a little different. They're all going to be a little different, I think. Let's do some more red. And then to add a little more interest or something different here, I can use some purple and go in between. You'll just have a fun play with it. This page has not been treated or painted over top with anything. Don't laugh too hard, everyone. I mean, I'm laughing because it's fun. Like this, and then, I don't know, a tulip. We'll see what that looks like. Purple. Let's do just a little tiny, some little tiny ones like this. Those will be cute. Yes, like that. Put this over here beside me. And I have one more. This is more of a, this was the magazine, no, the catalog page with some words on it. That's fun. This brush is, I'm not really getting any curving with it because it's just so plasticky. I could twist it. Just do some circles. Just having a play, having a play. Now that I've started, oh yes, that's what I'll do. That'll be kind of like a rose. All I'm doing is this motion. The brush that wouldn't even be good for gluing anything because it's just so sparse. And okay, so we're gonna let that one dry. I will use more purple. Those are fun to make. Of course, you can always fast forward. This is how I do it. I like that. Actually, these little bristles, the way they're all splayed out, helps for this little bit of a creation. And then just add more water if you want to spread your paint around. That's a big one. That'll be fun. Just twisting my fingers. Free flow. Let it flow. Friday's free flow. See what that one looks like. Nice big one. The pages are all dry now. It's been a little bit of time. And there's this page, the receipt, the painty scrap piece of paper, and then the book page. So I will quickly, doesn't take very long, and I will sort of bring you down here a little bit. Just taking, this is from the dollar store also, a roller ball. I've had it for quite a while, and there's a little bit of shiny on there, but that's just where the ink, not the ink, but the watercolor pooled. So all I do is I look at the flower and start outlining a little bit, and then I kind of make it into the shape. The petals are sort of fluffy on the ends. Now, I haven't done this particular, I haven't used this pen on this paper, so I can see that it's giving me more of a shadow look, which is fine. And then I just come in and give some little veins like that. And then also what I do is I like to put dots around. I feel it gives some airiness. That's right, it went up like that. Just make some kind of a whimsical flower up here. There is a lot happening in the background. Very straight. Just add some lines and dots and marks. This one here. There is no delineation for the petals because it all flowed into each other. I like how they're all individual. Yes. And then when I cut around it, I won't cut all of them out, or maybe I will, and then I'll show you at the end. I'll just go through this. Okay. I am letting the marks of the brush strokes, or the brush strokes, let's call them, sort of let me it helps me to place the marker, the pen, these are roses, I think, or something like that. Well, there is a lot going on this page, which I don't mind. I have a butterfly stamp, and I thought I'd add a butterfly in the garden, butterfly or two. I'm just going to overlap a couple of different areas here. This is very busy, very busy. Fish among the flowers. I'm going to journal up here in this section. I think that's where I will be journaling. And now I do have a gold pen. So let me see if that will work. I don't know if it will, but we can try. Maybe. Doesn't really show too much right at the moment. Little trellis here, which actually works out. I didn't even plan that. And there's a flower pot over here. A little more definition in the outlining. I'm just enhancing some of the line work. He has bubbles. Friday's free flow included the little tutorial on how I make my cut out watercolored flowers, and then how I put them in my journal. And this is how I do it. The one more thing I'm going to do, a little bit of my copper. Oh yeah, okay, maybe on some of the edges. I have to do it this way because my sprayer, the atomizer doesn't work on here, and that's fine. A little more controlled this way. It has some of the greenery that was on the page already. I'm going to make this part, color that in so that it's copper. Thank you very much, everyone, for coming along with me as I shared how I make my little scrappy watercolored flowers using book page, store receipts, and magazines or catalogs. Also cheap watercolor paint from the dollar store. That's what I used here. Here's a little bit of greenery. There's a bit of a shimmer. I appreciate each and every one of you. Have an amazing evening or the rest of your day, whatever you're doing. And I will see you in the next video. Stay adventurous and stay fresh. Bye for now, everyone.